Hello. Am I late? Am I fashionably late? I'm late just a bit, but hello folks, this is kinda an impromptu stream. I didn't know until the last moment basically if I would make it or not, because I was kinda thinking like what should I do today? But I decided, hey, it's time to code Rust. I have a lot of questions from the last live stream and it would be nice to push it out a bit forward. So yeah, here we are. Hello everyone, I think I saw Foxtrot Charlie, who might be my moderator today, otherwise I will be moderating, so all good, all good. Cool. So, hey writes, Rust syntax is the wildest I know, even after programming in Ruby. So far, I'm not sure. Perl was weirder, I would say. But Rust isn't. Yeah, like it's not the the most clearest syntax I saw. Anyway, so what will I be doing today? I actually thought I would be transcribing something else, but what I want to do is I actually want to start answering some questions, because I had a lot of questions when I started typing in stuff related to that BMP parser from sondrele, and I would really like to kind of figure out how some of that stuff works. So yeah, I'm going to basically like open Sublime. Let's do maybe. Can I do Sublime? What was the command line? How to open Sublime with a directory? I think there's like Sublime dash. Just this. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, apparently it works. Huh? I thought there was some flag for it. So there we go. Okay, and I'm going to try to analyze some code and like figure out a little bit like what's going on in some places where I had questions. And I even marked a couple of places, but okay, so let's go again through the code. And like a lot of the stuff here is pretty clear, like the references, the mutable stuff. The implementation is a little bit weirdish, but okay. I don't know what this drive does yet. But so yeah, so let's start noting the questions and answering the questions. So various stuff, let's maybe make a new section here. And on the same level, this is heading 1, so let's make heading 1 questions. And let's scroll it up a little bit. And I'm going to look through the code. Yeah, I guess like this isn't helping too much. Oh, I can press Control K. Control K doesn't work. Why are you lying to me? Control B, Control K, Control B works. Okay. That's I have to press one and the other. Okay, that's a new one. Control K, Control B, Control K, Control B. Yeah. Okay. Wow, I learned something, and I will forget this in a second anyway. Okay, so a lot of stuff here is pretty, yeah, for example, like this result, why does it, like, the template take, why, so let me make this a little bit bigger, so you can actually see it. Why does or rather, what does the result template do with the second parameter? I guess I could note here what's the BMP error. Actually, it's pretty funny because the BMP error is defined below that. And that's a public structure which has two public fields. Oh, our fields are usually private in the structure. That's curious. It has kind and it has details. Okay, and I wish there would be like a key shortcut to make code like change to a monospace font. But yeah, I guess we are not there yet. So okay, let's go to Rust docs and look for result. std result. Is this it? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I guess this is going to be a Gunvale is reading. Wait, why is it an enum? Wow, enums are weird in Rust. So an enum can have types? What? What is going on here? Error handling with Rust, with the Rust result type. TE is the type used for returning and propagating errors. It is an enum with variants. This is not how I envisioned an enum to look like. It's okay. This looks like a union, not an enum, but I know from C++. Okay, so OKT is representing success and containing a value, and error E is representing an error. Okay, so this is just the like error. Okay, so that makes sense. If I think about it as an union, then that's cool. But how does an enum work in Rust in that case? Rust enum, what are you? Where structs give you a way of grouping together related fields and data like a rectangle with enums give you a way of saying a value is one of a pass. That's a union. That's not an enum, that's a union. For example, rectangle is one shapes in, yeah. Okay, hello, that's weird. This makes sense. These are enum values, and there should be then enum types or something like that. What's the... Okay. String. Okay, so we do it like this. Yeah, this is the enum which I know from like C++. And then we do this. Cool. D-line rise, it's tagged union. Yeah, okay, cool. So, okay, so that's the question. Question. And answer is the result is an enum. And enums are like unions in C++, but a bit smarter. So result is, and let me copy paste this from the docs. Okay, I could do in general get the concepts. I don't think I need any more explanation than that. I think I'm going to link it here, not this. Wait, what's wrong with you? Okay, there we go. Okay, that's curious, but is there anything else here? Okay, result, okay. I wonder what's okay in that case, since we are already like digging into the language. Okay, contains the value success, error contains the value error. It's, these are, okay, oh, this is another one. Oh, and this is source? Wow, I can look at the source. This is cool. I like it. Oh, so this is, I'm guessing, like the typical Rust generated documentation from comments, right? That looks pretty cool, actually. What's with this, though? Okay, let me look at it in a second. Let's see also, I guess this. And this. Alright. So, result is a type, okay, then it derives through a lot of stuff. Hash, for example. I'm guessing like the trait hash would mean that, is it a trait? Is this how it's called in Rust? Or is it like just, I don't know, ambixin? But I'm guessing it's used when you're using stuff like containers, like trees and hash maps and so on. Must use. This result may be error variant. Okay. So I'm guessing this must use means that you cannot disregard this. Can we actually check this? Let me make, and this is something I already learned. cargo new from you folks. Let's do yeah, exactly, experiments 1. X1. We have src, and let's do sub main. Cool, perfect. So let's do my own struct or enum or whatever. Let's do an enum, because why not? So I'm going to make a public enum which is called x, and it is not a template, it's just an x. And then I'm going to put into it, can I put just like, I don't know, like A, and then I64 or B I64? One other question I will have is, can I just disregard this semicolon here? Okay, and then let me make let unmutable x be of type x, and I want it to be equal. Can I just do like xa 1 2 3 4 5? Is this a thing? I'm going to get a warning or an error, but this is unused, but I guess I can deal with this later. So let me do, if I go here, can I go like cargo build? Yeah, it complains, but oh, this is not an error. Help, if this is intentional prefix. Oh, I can just prefix it with underscore, and then it doesn't complain. Hey, that's cool. Wow, that's new. Okay. And this works. So now, from what you told me, folks, if I don't do the type, it will derive the type. Does it extend to actually guessing that A is related to this enum? No, it doesn't understand that unless I do use create xa, which just like links it to the current namespace, which I don't want to do because this is messy. Sorry, let me move the console a little bit. Okay, so this is cool, and now I'm going to use this like must use directive. No, wait. Because for that I need a function. Can I just like create a function which is unrelated to anything? I guess I can do that, right? Like a function, whatever, and then I want it to return an x, and then I return an x of b, whatever. Our return is no semicolon, and then I do here. I just call whatever. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so this works. Let me remove this let here. And now let's use this must use thingy. Must use equals what, some error message? SDF? Where will this go? Oh, it's actually like, it's not single quotes, it's double quotes. Is there any, there's nothing at the end, right? So let's do this. And it says unused x that must be used. And it's a warning. It's not. Oh, and I can ignore that if I do this. Okay, so if I do let. Okay, huh. I wonder. That's not a bad thing, I think. That's cool. So this is cool. This annotation is cool. I like it. What other do we have here? Rust C diagnostic item. Hello, what are you? Diagnostic items. While writing lints, it's common to this raises question. Okay, and this is okay. Item are added to items inside with attribute, which kind of means I shouldn't touch it, right? So I should just ignore it for now. Okay, let's ignore it unless I find it. Okay, and then I have like Rust stable. Oh, when did it go into stable? So I guess like any higher version of Rust can use it. And I'm guessing there would be something like deprecated. What's lang? Rust C rank. Sorry, what is it called? Like pragma? It's not called the pragma. How do we call it? Yeah. What's the? Okay. Let's just copy it. I have no idea how do I even call this. In this code, what's the general name for the prefixed stuff? Okay, prefix attributes. Okay, and apparently you also said the same on the chat. Yeah. Okay, so it's an attribute. Okay, cool. So therefore I'm looking for Rust lang attribute. What is it? What is it? There was a question in the chat which I can answer. Yes, this is integer, 64-bit integer, signed integer. Cool. So these are attributes, and attributes can or inner attributes. What's an inner attribute and outer attributes? This is, by the way, like grammar notation. It's pretty similar to ABNF notation, which is used in like all over like documents which are dealing with text formats. If you are reading like specs for HTML, you will also, sorry, not HTML, HTTP, you will also find it. Specs for, I don't know, like JavaScript, you'll also find it. So it's super easy to read, actually. It's just like this inner attributes define something which has like a hash as a character, exclamation mark as a character, this as a character, and then in the middle is something which is like another group is attribute. And the attribute is defined here, and it has to be a simple path followed by maybe an attribute input. I'm guessing this question mark here will mean that, yeah, it's maybe. It can be there, it doesn't have to be there. And then if you want to figure out what is this, you need to like look here. It's like a delim token tree, which I have no idea what it is, but you could go further and start digging into it, basically. So it's pretty useful to be able to read such a things, because from time to time you actually need it. Especially like you actually all honesty, you need it when you are looking for weird things you can do with a language. For example, you're working on a sandbox escape challenge on a CTF, or you're working on a code goal, or you're writing a parser for the language. So it's not that like in daily programming you're going to actually look at it, but yeah, like if you do a little bit more advanced stuff, you might look at it. So I have no idea what are these attributes which are inner or outer, but I will figure that out later. What's the lang? Sorry, what's the lang? What did it say again? The lang thing? It's lang okay. Okay, cool. There are some meta attributes. Okay, is there like a list of these attributes? CFG, test, link. I did Control F for lang, but I don't think I found something. Can I define my own attributes, or is it like a language thing? That's also another question. You have polarized. You have I32 and I64. What about IARM? Nice one. Nice one. You can define your own attributes. Okay. How do you implement them? Okay, I don't think I need to look deeper into this yet. But I'll just make a note somewhere here. Various stuff. This is an attribute. Yeah. I'm curious though, what's an inner attribute? So inner attributes written with a bang, with an exclamation mark after the hash, apply to the item that the attribute is declared within. Oh, okay. So basically, if I have like this code, this is related to the global namespace of this crate. And this is just like related to what's next, what's coming up next, I'm guessing. So yeah, let me note that as well. So this is an inner attribute. It's an attribute of a container. It is in. Okay. And this is an outer attribute. It's an attribute of whatever follows. Kinda like decorators in Python. That's not kinda. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Though is like though it's not a decorator. I think this is not a decorator. Config target OS. Oh, you can conditionally do stuff. Okay. Allow for linter. Okay. So this makes sense. I do understand this. Let's continue. Where's the code which I was playing with? Is there anything else which I want to test in this code? Nah, I guess it makes sense. Oh, I wanted to like check that attribute, like derive. Let's call it this X again, and can I just like print it? I have no idea how to debug print it, but this is like my favorite debugging method, so I actually need to. Okay, so they say that I need to format it and then do this, and then it says that it doesn't implement display. So if I do this derive debug, will this help me in any case? No. What does derive debug do actually? What does did I copy it? No. That's not how you write attributes code, and this is how you write attributes. Good. Yeah, I know I should implement this. Yeah, I saw this pattern already in the BMP stuff, so I could implement the display thing, but I'm curious, what does the debug stuff do? Okay, so it says I can wait. In format strings you may be able to use. Okay, so this is what you're hinting me on the chat about. Let's do this and let's see what happens. Hey, it built. Will it run? And well, okay, what's this in this case? And what's this? I do not understand what I'm looking at. For pretty print instead. Okay, so what does the bug do? It tells me, yeah, what we already know. How to see what code was generated, because I am curious. Doesn't offer a direct way for derived traits within the language. However, pretty expand. Cool. So let's go into the source directory. And let's do rust c pretty expanded. And do main rs. I had to do something before to do pretty expanded. What was it? It was in debugging. Yeah, cargo. Yeah. This. Here we go. You already told me this on the chat some time ago, so let's just do this. Oh wow. This is like downloading half of the internet. Nice. Wow, it's even downloading home, whatever that is. Clap. ANSI colors, British version, apparently. Term colors. Bat. Hash brown. This is downloading like individual colors. Color choice. It's all about colors, apparently. Serda. Okay, cool. Can I now do it? Is there like a... How do I do it with cargo, by the way? Can I do it with cargo? Build command? Wait, on the chat, Ivan is saying cargo expand. There we go. Hello, hello. Okay, so before, let me do this. Is doing buys. Basically GCC-E. Okay, I will understand what this means. GCC-E being expanding the preprocessor. Cool. So it okay. Automatically derived, and then hey, it even like color coded the stuff for console. I guess that's why it imported all the color codings. Okay, so it implements core format debug for X. And to do that, it does implement a format function, which is like super similar to what we did in the BMP code, or rather what I transcribed in the BMP code. And then it matches, yeah, this is not surprising. Okay, so it matches the type. And then this is the thing which is internally. And then it does formatter debug tuple fields 1 finish format A, what are you? Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is apparently a function which takes a bmutable self with this life thingy, which I don't understand. It takes a name and it takes a value, and the value is apparently din, which I have no idea what means either. But, and there's like a debug thingy. So this is, wait, no, this is a type, right? So it's a dynamic something thingy, and it returns a result. But the result is not ignored, it's returned here. Okay, the result isn't ignored, it's returned. It's kind of... maybe it's fine. So it creates a builder, and the builder does the bug tuple new self name, and then it adds a field, and the field is added with this like dynamic debug thingy. The bug, I'm guessing, is the type, right? This is the type. Oh, it's a trait, and the bug is a trait apparently. What's the difference between a trait and a type? In this case, I thought trait was like a trait of a type. Okay, and then it does finish, and this returns the value. This looks fine-ish. Not that I fully understand it. I wonder why the... I don't know, well, the builder obviously needs to be mutable in order to be able to build it. Debug tuple new. What? In this file, these are references. Where is it defined though? Okay, I'm guessing it's not defined in this. What about builders? Oh yeah, builders is another crate then. Okay, got it. So, okay, what about this debug trait? What are you? yeah, like show it to me. Did it actually do something? Yeah, like go to this line. Oh, I have to double click it, and it still didn't go there. 548, whatever. Ah, it marked it. Formats were okay. There's apparently Rust really likes its attributes. Okay, it's a trait that this thing has to be implemented. Okay, so given this, going back here, if this means that this value this type has to have the bug trait implemented. Does it? Or sorry, the format trait. Rust FMT. Yeah, primitive, min, max, blah blah blah. Oh, there's a lot of methods on this thing actually. Is there a format? FMT. I don't fully get it then. How does it like? Okay, what I'm looking for, because you might be wondering like, hey, what is this guy doing? I'm looking for where is the conversion from integer 64 to a string happening? Because if this type, like this thing here, is supposed to implement the format trait as per how I understood that function definition, this is how I understand it, that the value has to have the debug trait implemented. And if so, that needs to have the format implemented as per this line, right? Sorry, how is the wrong place? It's here, yeah. Yeah, which means that like i64 should have a format implemented somewhere. Which kind of means what would we be looking for? That would be like implement core FMT thingy, or like implement something FMT for i64. Like this is what we should be grepping for, I guess. So let's look for this in the internets. And here we go. I guess implement. Hey, there is i128. That's cool. Does it have also like native begins? Well, probably there's a package for that. Implementation. Okay, wait. Did I think I moved to the wrong place. What I need to click is this source. Ah, perfect. This is what I was looking for. Why is it uppercase though? And why is it called format? I'm confused. Because I'm in some library which is called pfmt, which is in the wrong place likely. Okay, and on the chat you're saying that because it's because yeah, it's the bug. It's not format, it's the bug. You're right. The bug. The bug in standard format. Oh, that might explain why. So the bug, this is not what I want. I probably want to go here and look for, this is funny, okay, the bug. What's here, by the way, just to take a quick look. What am I looking at? Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at. Let's ask this guy. I want to find the implementation of 64 to string conversion in Rust as part of debug formatting. I don't have high hopes for this. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go to this repository. This absolutely is a thing. So what I'm going to do is, no, I don't want this. I don't like stuff on my desktop. How do I get this away? Go away, yeah, thank you. Okay, what I'm going to do is, you know, I have a directory. Oops. I have a directory on my disk, which is called FOSS. Actually, it's in the, which is like free open source software, and I have like a lot of free and open source software source code there, which I can grab through locally. And guess what I'm going to do? Git clone. Okay, I'm guessing, should I do recursive as well? Or will it just like download everything? Are there like symlinks here? There are some symlinks, but not a lot. Like std. Okay, cool. So let's this can download itself because I will be looking at the source code. Okay, and it's the actual, like half of it is probably made up, but I'm curious. Okay. Integer even writes, integer methods are implemented with macros in std because they are so similar, so it will be a little obfuscated. And ParadoxPL writes, there's a possibility they generate the backtrace with macro. It would be mostly same code but different lengths. Yeah, I think what you say makes a lot of sense. So okay, but to download it, so let's just go to Rust. Is it Rust? Yeah, it's Rust. And go to library, is it? Is std here? Is this a thing? Okay. Oh, apparently like this has its own. Interesting. Okay. What's there, by the way? Like F64, I'm curious. Constants. Oh, is the constants here. And like some functions. Unsafe intrinsic round. Intrinsic is usually how we call assembly. So maybe this just calls assembly. Okay. Where's the debugging stuff? But okay, what did... I have a habit of not reading what ChatGPT wrote. First, navigate to libcore or libstd. The actual implementation might be present in core or std, or typically start looking into FMT module. Is there an FMT module somewhere here? Our grep. We do find grep FMT. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Okay, that sounds a bit better. Source tool Rust formatter. I'm guessing that's not the case. That's not what I want. It's core source format. Let's go here. Num rs, sabu num rs. This sounds cool. Trait display int. What is this? Okay. display int is partial equal partial ord div division reminder subtraction and copy. And are these like traits which have to be met to okay, whatever. I want something which kind of looks like format int. Yeah, this is good. Format an integer using the radix using a formatter. Okay, radix can be as low as 2, so we need a buffer of at least 128 characters for a base 2 number. Fair enough. What about, well, I'm guessing you are not doing negative if you're going 128, or it will be like 127. I wonder how do they do that, but never mind. So negative, okay, if equals 0, move from self base, then we do, this is what I was looking for. We do base, we do this, deaccumulate the number, okay, that's one way. And then we do a byte write, self digit, and char -1, I have no idea, is a buffer length, okay? And if it's 0, there are no more digits to accumulate. If you are doing this, then you have to flip the number later. So when we take the buffer, this is the only characters in buff are created are assumed to be valid, okay? And then we, from raw parts, okay. Wait, am I tripping? Don't you have to do like a string reverse somewhere? No, you totally have to do the string reverse. Where's the string reverse? What is this doing, for example? Oh, and it's like, oh, it's and it's doing, and this time, that's weird. From raw parts, fpath integral if it's a prefix. Okay, cool. But I kind of found what I wanted, and this is an unsafe trait. And sized, and I don't understand the code, which is okay if don't worry, if I read the C++ like template stuff, I don't understand the code either. Okay, so now the next question is basically, what is this weird formatting thingy? So Rust formatting. Rust, wait, don't I have another browser for this? Yeah, I do. Okay, Rust println format. How does this formatted print? Perfect. So format write. Oh, so this is like sprintf, eprint. What's eprint? Oh, standard error. Hey, that's cool. I don't have to do any weird stuff as in other languages. Eprint, good to know. Perfect. Now, how does this formatting works? Many trays, blah blah blah. FMT debug uses marker. Oh, so this is just it. But this is just like for debugging. And display uses, oh, cool. And let me note that somewhere. Because this is very important for debugging, because I do printf debugging, or rather printed debugging. Let's just do this, let's move it out a bit higher. And I guess like what also would be useful is just this. Yeah. And I do... Let's just do this, print, yeah, print debugging is the best method. I mean, use what you like, right? But okay, cool. So now I know. So therefore, if I would want to implement, if I would want to implement the format thingy myself, how would I? But like using display. So I would have to do implement, I guess I don't have to jump out of everything, so just like, let's try format. Am I using format here? I'm not using format here, therefore no, I need to jump out. So jump out to, I guess the top, core, format, and display. for x, right? It's x. And then I just do function, and this is where I'm going to check that BMP stuff, which we did. Control KB. So that was in the library. I think here we did. Yeah. So I'm just going to take a quick look here. What do we have? It takes self and formatter. Okay, so FMT format, and it takes self, non-mutable, and a mutable formatter, right? Mutable, how did we write it? Oh, FM. Oh, right, because that's the type. That's the type, got it. And the type is on this side. It's not like in C++. Formatter was it, do I have to jump out of everything? Yeah, I have to jump out of everything in my case, right? So core formatter, yeah, formatter. And it will return a result, a format result. Okay, you know what? I should probably use the, use FMT at this point. But the result doesn't have any, it's not a template, okay. And what they do is they just do write. Sorry, what's write? Was write in this what's the difference between write and format? What's this write macro thingy? Versus format rust. Right, okay, macro write writes data format, writes formatted data into a buffer. Do I have a buffer? Oh, I have this formatter thing. This is why I'm using. Okay, got it. All good. Cool. So I just do write in this case as a macro. Then I do give it this, and then I use a formatted string, right? And then I pass it, and this is what I return now because write returns. Write, can you show me this again? Write does, what does write do? It does destination. Oh, so it just called f.write format. And I'm guessing write format for the formatter is going to return a result. Therefore, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, cool. I don't know why we didn't just do write FMT in this case, but whatever. I'm not going to argue with code which is supposed to be idiomatic. Okay, but what I need to do is I need to do a match, I'm guessing, right? Match on self. How does that match thing you worked? I don't remember the syntax already. Okay, there are no brackets, that's important here. So match, do I do just self? Is that a thing? Do I do just this? And then I do xa, therefore something, or xb, therefore something else. Is this how it goes? So AAA, and then I use I guess I can use this because this is a plain old data type, which means, wait, I need x, yeah, okay, x write, and this is BBB, formatting of display is implemented, right, in this as well. So, okay, let's see if this works, and therefore I need to do this. And let's see if this is cargo build, cargo run, cargo build. Okay, and it says that it's a missing comma. Okay, it is a missing comma, that's true. Can I skip the last comma? I know it's not, yeah, I can skip, but everyone puts the last comma in, at least, okay, not everyone. In the code which I've written, there's always the last comma. I don't know if it's idiomatic or not, but yeah. So let's do this, run, and yeah, it apparently works. So is this better than creating a friend for OStream in C++? No, it's not as cool as like Python, just like, you know, Python dunder str method, or Python rep method, or like JavaScript to string method. But it's survivable, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at the chat. trait inheritance is different from IO result. Okay, it's because Rust doesn't have variable number for arguments, so a macro is necessary. Oh, okay. Let me look again at the source for that. Format create format arguments. Okay, because yeah, this really goes deeper. Okay, does Rust have like variable arguments? I think the Nils writes, I think the last comma is idiomatic. Rust format, Rust format, Rust format was Rust format. Rust f empty. Okay, is this a thing? Rust format, and I feed it from the source code main. I'm pretty sure there's like a cargo format or something. Okay, let's remove it and let's see what happens. Yeah, it adds it. Hey, that's cool. I need to figure out how to hook it up into saving in Sublime. What else does it do? Does it complain about? Yeah, this is okay because I have it. And this looks pretty similar. Okay, let's, by the way, let's try this use again. So can I use from core format? And if I use the core format, I don't need to do this, right? Because this is brought into this namespace, is linked into this namespace, so the code should be a little bit more... Yeah, it works, okay. But I think the JavaScript stuff didn't do... Yeah, it just used std format, and I'm using core format. What's the difference between like this and the other thing? Versus use std format. Can I just use either? Okay, what does this say? std is just a re-exported of core one. Okay. libstd is a crate that people should be using almost always. libcore is designed to the most fundamental code with very few assumptions. Okay, so I shouldn't use core, I should use standard. This is what they are saying. Okay, that's fine. That's good to know, because otherwise I would be like using a low-level implementation. Wait, std, take a DM writes, std is not available on embedded. Really? You just use core then? That's funny. Okay. Cool. So, TakeADM writes, there are libraries that will automatically implement this for you in one attribute. You mean like, well, I guess this, like, the derived debug was already implemented, unless you mean something else. Okay, this looks pretty cool. In honesty, I know I said that I'm going to retype some more code, but I'm kinda like, my fingers are itching to start writing more code than just like rewriting code. But let's continue with figuring out things which were surprising for me. This life. Okay, so this asref. What is asref? I do not understand absolutely what is asref. Why do I use it? Rust. What is asref? Trait is a conversion trait. It's used for converting some value to a reference in generic code. So it's converting a value into a reference? Why cannot I just use an ampersand for that? It's a convert. It's from convert. Where is it from? Yeah, it's from convert. So it's this one. Okay. It's a trait. Okay, which requires a method implemented as reference, used to do a cheap reference to reference conversion. Why do you need a reference to reference conversion? This trait is similar to asMutable, which is used for converting between mutable references. if you need to do a costly conversion, oh, it's to a type. It's conversion to a reference to a specific type, like a different type, is it? But that doesn't make sense. Okay, so I'm implementing, well, let's see what's going on here. So, okay, this is a trait implementation. So I'm implementing the trait BMP version into string. Got it. So if, how is this used even? So I'm implementing this as ref. Is it used anywhere like for BMP version? And okay, so it gives me a reference to a string, and I'm guessing like a string literal at the end of the day is like. That's an excellent question. Like, what kind of lifetime does a string literal have? I'm guessing it's going to be like a global equivalent lifetime, meaning that I can just return a reference to a constant string literal, and this will be fine. Okay, and it takes a reference to this, which is kind of weird. It's static, yeah, this is what I meant by global, obviously static, yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. Which means that, yeah, like the borrow checker shouldn't complain about this. Now, what? Okay, cool. Let me go back to the documentation. Relation to borrow is the same signal, but borrow, okay, unlike as ref, borrow has a blanket implementation for any T and can be used. Okay, generic implementation. Box new. What is? Oh! It's 5 as. Hey, that's cool. I was wondering on another live stream, like how do I do? Like do what's the type of a integer literal? How the hell do I even say that? Literal maybe? Literal? Let's go with literal. I'm sorry, I promise I can speak some English. Well, I did get a comment requesting subtitles, so maybe I cannot. I explicitly got a comment because my accent is weird, I guess, like non-standard. That's what you get for speaking Globish and not English. Okay. Avoid this, better just write. So is this like, is this going to like automatically call the asref? I kinda guess like that to, oh, example, nice. Okay, so I have a function which T is, I'm guessing, a template. I'm guessing that the template, does this mean that the template is supposed to implement this trait? And then I get S as an argument. And then I do an assert equal. Okay, that's weird. Hello, and S, I get it as a reference, which they said to avoid because you should use the ampersand, what? But okay, I get both as the reference and I can compare them. I turn a string into a string. Are there like two different string types or something? Oh, okay, so there's a string and a string, okay. Since both string, this is like a little bit like JavaScript, right? Where you have like capital number and lowercase number as a type, for example. So what's a string and what's this? So a string is a UTF-8 encoded growable string, okay, and a primitive string is a primitive type. Okay, so POD, as in plain old data, they call it a primitive type. So primitive type, str, also called a string slice. Okay, wait. String slices are usually views. Is the most primitive string type. It is usually seen in its borrowed form, reference to string, which makes sense. Yeah, it is a borrowed form. This is also the type of a string, literal. Yeah, I think literal. I should be saying literal. So, and it's static. Okay, so yeah, string literal is what I was discussing. And this makes a lot of sense. Okay. Basic usage. And this is the same as this. I understand this, okay. And to a pointer and length, okay. And I can see it as a pointer and I can see it as length. Story has 19 bytes. 5, 10, 11, 12, 16, and 3 more. Okay, so there's like, this is a Pascal string, basically. Okay, and then I can do like weird stuff. In Python, by the way, you can do the same. You can also do weird stuff with strings. If you do ID in Python, for example, you get a pointer to an object, and then if you know what you're doing, you can actually access the string data. Okay. So str is ungrowable. This is what I'm getting from this. Like str versus string Rust. What's the difference? I'm guessing that it's a slice. Okay, I know. I understand this one, but string is growable and mutable. Okay. Cool. This makes a lot of sense actually. Which kind of means that if I have a string on the heap, I can do a string slice of it, and it's going to be just a borrowed reference to it. So this is a string, and how do I get a slice from it? Okay, and I want a slice. Show me how to get a slice. Okay, from hello, S, and then I just, oh, and this will, wait. This will just like decay back into str, interesting. Oh, here we go, because I saw this. In certain cases, Rust doesn't have enough information to make this conversion known as deref coercion. In the following example, a string slice with a implements the trait example and function takes okay, and what? Anyway, I still don't know what's this. That's str, but yeah, I need to understand what do they mean by like this A and B thingies. Okay, let's, you know what? In Rust, what's a lifetime annotation? Perfect. Let's look in. Lifetimes are a way for Rust compiler to ensure that references to data do not outlive the data they point to. They are a fundamental part of Rust's memory save guarantees. When you see something like single quote A, it's specifying a particular lifetime. Okay. The A itself is just a name for the lifetime, similar to X might be a name for a variable. Okay. So cool. In the function longest, the lifetime A is used to specify that. Okay, let's look at this function. So you have like a lifetime, and I have two strings with the same lifetime, and I'm getting the string. Okay, but okay, so because this is A and this is A, they have the same lifetime. The returned reference will also have the same lifetime. Okay, lifetimes are one of more unique and challenging features. Okay. Rust lifetime annotations. I'm curious, honestly. Lifetimes, Rust by example. of a compiler, more specifically is borrow checker. Uses to ensure all borrows are valid. Specifically, a variable lifetime begins when it is created and ends when it is destroyed. Yeah, I guess. While lifetimes and scopes are often referred to together, they are not the same. Take, for example, the case where we borrow a variable using this like reference or borrow, whatever. I am confused now if this is a reference or what is it. The borrow has a lifetime that is determined by where it is declared. Interesting. As a result, the borrow is valid as long as it ends before the lender is destroyed. Well, that's true. However, the scope of the borrow is determined by where the reference is used. In the following example and in the rest of the section, we will see how lifetimes relate to scopes, as well how the two differ. Okay. So, lifetimes are annotated below with lines denoting the creation and okay. I has the longest lifetime. Let's take a look at the code. I equals 3. This is like outside of any scope, and yeah, and this is where it starts and this is where it ends. Okay, cool. And then I'm creating a borrow. So I'm guessing when you're doing a reference to a variable, you borrow it, which yeah, that makes sense. That's the same as C++, basically. And it ends here. Okay, yeah, this is obvious. Note that no names or types are assigned to label lifetimes. This restricts how lifetimes will be able to be used, as we will see. Okay, no idea what this means. Explicit annotation. The borrow checker uses explicit lifetime annotations to determine how long references should be valid. In cases where lifetimes are not elided, what? Translate. Yeah, let's go here. Elided, and please switch this to Polish because I have no idea what this word means. Or maybe I know, pominięty. Okay, skipped. Is elided like skipped? Where's my book? Rust requires explicit annotations to determine what the lifetime of a reference should be. The syntax for explicitly annotating a lifetime uses an apostrophe, like single quote, yeah, character as follows. Foo A. Foo has a lifetime parameter A. Okay. Similar to closures, using lifetimes requires generics. Additionally, this lifetime syntax indicates that the lifetime of foo may not exceed that of A. May not exceed, does this mean that like it can be, well, it can be shorter, obviously it can be shorter, yeah. Explicit annotation of type has the form where A has been introduced, okay. So this is like, is this just a generic thing, like generics thing? In cases with multiple lifetimes, the syntax is, yeah, okay. Foo has lifetime parameters A and B. In this case, the lifetime of foo cannot exceed that of either A or B. The following example for explicit lifetime annotation in use. Perfect, let's take a look. So we have main, and we create 4 and 9. Cool, then printRefs borrows both 4 and 9, and failed borrow contains no reference to force A to B. Okay, I have no idea what this does. So printRefs, what it does, it basically takes 2 objects of lifetime A and lifetime B, and then it just prints them out. The failed borrow, however, takes no arguments, but it has a lifetime parameter. So X does not live long enough. Lifetime of a function. Okay, well, yeah, it didn't take any parameters, so nobody knows. So A, okay, X does not live long enough. Attempting to use lifetime A as an explicit type annotation inside the function will fail because lifetime of X, wait, what's, wait, it's shorter than that of Y. This has a lifetime of the full scope, And here A is apparently going to have a longer lifetime. How do we know that it has like a longer lifetime than the scope? Will fail, shorter. Okay. Yeah, a shorter lifetime cannot be coerced into a longer one. Yeah, but this absolutely makes sense. Now, failed barrow contains no reference to force A to be longer than the lifetime of a function, but A is longer. How do I know A is longer? Because the lifetime is never constrained. Here we go. Because the lifetime is never constrained, it defaults to static. This is what I was, and you obviously cannot see it. This is what I was looking for. Can you check out Rust by example book? I think this is Rust by example what I'm looking at, actually. Path of the World writes, lifetimes are named regions of code that a reference must be valid for. That's interesting. Okay, A would be outside of a function scope. Yeah, this isn't clear to me, but okay. Functions. Ignoring elision, function signatures with lifetimes have a few constraints. A reference must have an annotated lifetime. So I cannot just like YOLO a reference with no annotation the moment I start using it. Okay, the reference being returned must have the same lifetime as input or be static. Okay. Additionally, note that returning references without input is banned. References without input is banned. Okay. If it would result in returning references to invalid data. Well, obviously, yeah. This is a problem in some C++ code. You can still find people making this mistake. Like create a local variable and return a reference to it, for example. The following example shows off some valid forms of functions with lifetimes. Perfect, valid forms. Here we go. We don't return anything, and like this has to have some lifetime. And how do we use it? We use it x with lifetime being A being the same of that of x, I'm guessing, which kind of means that for the scope. Okay, which is fine. And here we have t, which is I'm guessing the same. Now we have print multi, which takes two lifetimes, and it prints them. That's okay. And then we have what do we have? Pass x. Pass x has two different lifetimes, and it's returning only one lifetime. And it's just returning x. Returning references that have been passed in is acceptable. However, the correct lifetime must be returned. Okay, what did they say about returning? The return must have the same lifetime as an input. As an input, meaning any input. Okay. What I don't know yet is like when am I going to deal with these lifetimes. Okay, invalid output. If I have something commented here, which basically takes A and returns a string which is static because it has no arguments, therefore it would be static. And then it returns a reference to string from foo. But string is on the heap, which kind of means it's scoped only to this function, therefore it's not going to be static, right? This is my understanding. So the above is invalid. Must live longer than the function. Here string from foo would create a string followed by a reference. When the data is dropped upon exiting the scope, yeah, leaving a reference to invalid data. Yeah, okay. So this is pretty basic. Anything interesting here? Add one. It takes a mutable t. I actually need to borrow t to it, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, this is like typical C syntax to dereference, which is fine. Okay, methods are annotated in the same way, makes sense. Annotations of lifeline structures is similar. Struct, why would I annotate? Why would I need to annotate lifetime and structures? That's weird. Okay, that's weird, but okay. Can I... Oh, and enum can have or doesn't need to have an annotation. I wonder if like every field needs to have the same lifetime in such a case. Oh, because these are references. No, okay, it makes a lot of sense. Hey, that's cool. That's actually cool. I like it. I'm going to complain about this language a lot, aren't I? Okay. Enough of looking at that. I'm going to look here. Where was it like used the lifetimes? In which was it in the decoder? Okay. So here we created a structure bit index, and it had a lifetime as a requirement ish. I don't know if this is a generic. I'm guessing it's a generic, right? Like a template ish thingy. And then this bytes reference has to have the lifetime of A. Okay, and then function bit index, which has a lifetime of A, takes bytes of A, which has this lifetime. And I still have no idea what this is. Okay, I'm going to actually like ask ChatGPT. And this code. Why is there U8 in square brackets? So bytes is the name. Does it just denote an array? Slice. Oh, so it's just an array. Denotes a slice, not an unlike array. Oh wait, it's not an array. Unlike arrays, slice don't have compile time known slice. How would I? Okay. How would I denote an array? Note an array then. Just back? So it's like std array in C++. And it's copied by value? Can I get a reference to it? I'm guessing I can. Cool. Okay, cool. I got it. I'm going to struggle with it a little bit, but I think I'm kinda getting it. Okay, so let's look at this code again. So what I'm doing here, okay, so I'm getting a reference to a slice, and the slice needs to live at least A, and then it returns bit index, which isn't scoped to A for whatever reason. Oh, because it's not okay, I get it. Because it's not actually depending on A, it's making copies of the stuff. And it puts here a size, it puts n bits left, which is calculated here, and then the mask. And then it puts bytes. Does it... Okay, shouldn't this be scoped to A as well, or is it like obvious that it's... Oh, but it's not a reference, it's copied. And because we have it here... Okay, now it makes sense. How is it used? Okay, so we create a bit index of... We have a vector with... and we borrow a reference to this vector. This vector has this lifetime, like the scope of this function. Meaning that if we return the bit index, this bit index has something. This bit index, I'm guessing, needs to live at not longer than this bytes. This is what I guess what the whole code analysis kind of points me to, that this bi needs to live not longer than bytes. because it has to have the same lifetime as bytes or shorter. It cannot have longer. Cool. Okay, so wait. So this. So the type here will be inferred. Okay, and the compiler, the line writes basically that this is deferred, the compiler figures out the lifetime. And is this a reference? Are we like, is bit index actually the one which we are returning here? Is it returned by copy? No, it is returned by copy, right? I'm pretty sure it's returned by copy, it's not returned by reference. Well, I know that this is probably like what's it called, like return optimization, right? Return value optimization. This is how it's called in C++, RVO. Meaning that, yeah, it kind of looks like returning it by copy, but it actually doesn't. It actually like just passes magically the function this variable, and it's this variable which is going to be filled, so there is no copying going around. I'm pretty sure that it's like the same like in C++. Yeah, I do understand that bytes is a reference, yeah. There is no derived copy, so it's not copied. It's moved. Oh, bit index is moved. Thank you, folks. Yeah, thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you, Evan, Hookers, TKDM, and D-Line for figuring or rather pointing me to this. And Code Free writes, but yeah, I can just explicitly say this. Yeah. Cool. It's interesting. So let's play a little bit with arrays at least. And where's my code? My code is here. So I did already this. Now let's add some weird arrays in that case. So okay. So I can create an array of let's create A, and I want A to be an array of how was it that I was supposed to use arrays? Oh, I just do this. This is I wonder what's the type. Is there like a way is there a way in Rust to print out the type of the given variable? Yeah, when I like when there's like a lot of resolution of variable types, I would really like to print it out. Well, I know it's available on compilation type, but makes it actually easier. A common trick to make the compiler tell you the variable type. Are you serious? Okay, so I'm guessing this is the void type. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no idea what this is. Let this be equal to A. Now I need to see it. Expected found integer 4. That's nice, actually. To print the type can actually use this compiler error. Obvious type error. Nice compiler will show type of A. Okay, and the Rust Analyzer, when I'm finally going to install it, will show me that in my code editor. This is what folks say. Yeah, I've been pushed by a lot of folks already to install Rust Analyzer, and I will do it at some point. Maybe not yet. Okay, so I know due to that this is an integer an integer. Why does it like say integer and not like specific? Or maybe because it doesn't know what kind of integer it is yet. So let me guess, if I would do like, and here I would say that the type of this is U84, right? A. Then if I would ask what's the type of A, this is going to be, yeah, this is what you explained to me, that this is kinda type unknown until the compiler has this information, and then it knows that each of these variables are actually going to be this, which is pretty cool. On the flip side, if I would do, can I just do like one annotation here, for example, I64? I64, okay, let's do I16. Yeah, okay, so I can do one type annotation and then it will just like do everything by its own. Or I'm guessing I could do this as well, like I16 for, do I have to specify the size here, or will it just figure it out? Oh, no, it complains. Well, it doesn't have a size, so okay. Which kind of means that this is going to be a slice, right? So if I do this, then this is a slice. Yeah, this is a slice in that case, so it doesn't know any longer the size of it. Okay, and I'm guessing if I would do like no type here, but I would do this vec macro here, then I get a vector of integers of an unknown type unless I specify one of these. Can I specify on any of these, by the way? Yeah, I can specify any of these. This is funny. That's not bad, honestly. Cool. Evan writes that integer in the curly brace is put when nobody specified the int type. It will be I32. It will default to I32. Okay. Oh, wait. Patix writes that, going back to the previous thing which I did, which is like let A, I was complaining that, hey, like, I just don't want to specify the type, so let's do like, sorry, the size, right? And I had it like this, and I complained that it will, sorry, compiler, yeah, I know, you really want this here. Yeah, it complains that it doesn't know the size, but Patix says I can just do this, and the compiler will figure it out. No. Okay. Wait. Expected 1 of 7 possible tokens. Expected value. Use semicolon. I did a... Sorry, my bad. A semicolon there surprises me, okay, in my defense. I don't know of any other language which uses a semicolon there. I think, maybe I know. Okay, and it says that this is not allowed there. Using for arrow length is unstable. Okay, so it's not that it like... But it's a... huge mistake is that it just like, yeah... Oh, can I do this? Let's do this. Unstable feature was used. Oh, I thought that was... would explain me how this works. Cool. Okay, cool, but I'm guessing that... Well, it makes sense. It's fine. Okay, so let's play a little bit with borrowing stuff. If I would... Okay, I want to test one thing. So let's create a function SDF. And the function is going to grab just... Because I wanted to complain about like that I didn't give it a lifetime. So I'm going to give it an A, and an A is going to be a slice. So like U8 slice, whatever. And I'm going to return something. Yeah, I'm going to return I'm guessing the same. If I do this and I just return A here. By the way, why is it formatted to 4 spaces? I don't like 4 space formatting. But I just realized now, which kinda isn't true then. Okay, then I create, so let's create an array. This is an array, so let's create an array of 4. And then let me grab B, which B is going to be a reference, right? But it's supposed to figure out the rest of the... Wait, can I just do this? ASDF. And then, yeah, and then let's see what it complains about. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to keep making this mistake. Prefix. Okay, sorry, ASDF is a function, obviously, so I need to borrow A to give it to. If this is intentional, okay, it's intentional. And it just didn't complain about it. Because B, I guess it derived the lifetime. It like decided that, hey, B is going to have a shorter lifetime anyway, so it's fine. Okay. And the thing is that... Yeah, I'm guessing the lifeline, like giving it the lifeline is like... Yeah, I'm not sure why do I like specify lifetime yet, but this will come later when I gain experience, but that's fine. Yeah, lifetime was inferred. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What if I do do it outside of main? We'll do... Okay, so let's, in that case, create another function, which is like, just like, pass to ASDF, and I'm going to give it a slice, and I'm going to return this again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call ASDF with A, or I'm going to maybe do, but this isn't good. No, it should be still fine. I'm pretty sure it's just going to like fully understand this. Yeah. I tolerize, but generally you don't want to care about lifetimes until the compiler complains about it, which is fair. Okay, try implementing linked lists. Okay, let's do linked lists. Cool. So abstract. I totally don't know what I'm doing, but let's go. And it's going to have some data. So I'm not going into templates. No way. And let's do a double linked list, right? So let's do, in that case, node a reference to a node next and prev. So next is going to be a reference to a node, and the prev is going to be a reference to a node. Do I want a mutable reference or a non-mutable reference here? I have no idea. I'm guessing I would need a mutable reference here, or an unmutable one. I don't know. That's an interesting question. This is a constant reference, but if I'm playing with, I probably want a mutable one. Okay, we'll see. And then obviously I need this, and then I do implementing stuff for node. How was it? Was it like for implement something for node? But I have no traits which I'm implementing. So how am I implementing stuff for node? I'm going to look at this code. Oh, okay. This is what I wanted to do actually. So what I want to create is for example, as like I need to make I need another structure which is likely going to be like, let's call it abstract list. And then we go try single. Double is dragons. Okay, I like dragons. Let's go. Let's do with start. But it should be a node then, like an actual node, and end should be an actual node as well, unless I go the other way. Like there are a couple of ways to implement this. Let's go with existing nodes at the beginning. Okay, so then I'm going to implement list, and for that I'm going to implement this new thingy. So a function which is called new, which takes nothing, but it returns a list, I guess. Is this how you go about it? And then what I do is just I create a list. Wait. The types probably should be capital, right? Because otherwise it's like a mess. What's the list? What did you? Oh, okay. Never mind. And it's going to be a mutable node, but mutable doesn't matter. It's always mutable if it's like this. It should be mutable like this. It should be const, I think. Like mutable. If my model is correct, then mutable should be only for references. Therefore, and I create two nodes in that case. Therefore, I just do. I probably need to denote some way that this is the last or the first one. Otherwise, I will have two empty nodes. So can I use an enum for that? I'm complicating this for myself. I can do an enum node data or enum without. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to do like struct node data, and this is going to be node, and then I'm going to go with struct node app utility, I don't know, like metadata, whatever, which is just going to have these two, but it doesn't going to have data. And then I'm going to have like an enum node, which is going to be either node util or is going to be node data, and I'm probably already deep into issues because this requires parameters, and I'm not using any parameters. So this is no, you know what? I'm kind of afraid of going this way. I don't know the language well enough. Is there a boolean here? So just like like start and whatever. Is there like a boolean type? Apparently there is, which is fine. So let's just go with this. This is going to be a little bit easier. I'm not looking for the chat on purpose because I want to try to fail myself before I go further. Okay, cool. And then I need to do like node new. And do I just give it something? Yeah, I'm going to new Stellardrone. Let's do it like this. Do I need to specify what is what? What was the order of like in such cases? Blah blah blah. No, it's in order, which is I can do start and I can do end for this, which is okay. This is fine, ish. I have start and I have end, and they should be pointing at each other, which kind of means that but I'm not. The life of this will be really sucky. No, it won't be. It won't be because this is no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now, okay. So let's do something else. Let's do let list be this, and then I can do L at the end. LST maybe. LST, and then I do lists start is a node, and this node has a field which is called next, and I'm going to give it list end as a mutable node. I am not sure if this will work. We will see. Can I don't know how to do a reference, but maybe. And Stellardrone, yeah. And I need to put something as previous, right? Like as next, as previous as well. Can I? But it's already, that's kind of funny. Okay, so I guess like as start previous, I'm just going to put itself. Oh, this is going to like the barrow checker is going to love is like just circular dependencies all around. Previous is going to be start, and then next is going to be self, basically, which is end. Okay, and then I return it. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, what's wrong with my syntax? Is there anything wrong with my syntax? No, it maybe it's even... oh, right, I need self? Wait, what? Why does... what? No, because it's new, I want new. This is funny. Okay, I don't know. Let's keep it for now. So this is new for list. Now I need a new for node. So function new for node, which takes an int, which is like I, 64. And then it returns a node, or does it return a node reference? No, it needs to return a node. Otherwise it doesn't make sense. And I do I give it immediately the references? I probably need to, unless there's some kind of like, is there like a null or none or something? Like, can I just do none? That would be cool. None. Data I and this false. Okay. I wonder if I can do it like this, or do I need to hook it up immediately? I hope I don't need to hook it up immediately, otherwise this will make my life a little bit more miserable. So let's go with node with new the other one, and then I'm not going to do anything here. I can put whatever here, I guess, and I need to put true here. And then what I need is I need to be able to like print the list. So let's just do okay, so let's do two functions. One is going to like add and like push basically, and the push is going to take self, I'm guessing, or mutable self even. Is it a thing? I think it's a thing, the mutable self things. And then I need to give it an integer, right? Like I64. Okay, now I'm already a little bit uncomfortable here because I need to put it on the heap, and I was told that box is what puts stuff on the heap. So I think I used this here, like box. No, okay. Lib. Is it like box somewhere here? Okay, this is going to be funny. Let mutable node equal to okay. How do you how was that box used to Rust box? Std boxed. Pointer uniquely owns a heap allocation. Yeah, this is exactly what I need. And I just need, no, I don't want this. I want new uint. How do you use it for like a structure? Or for whatever I pass it? Can I just give it something? Try new? This is going to be painful, isn't it? Okay. Do I need to implement a trait for this? Okay, hello. I want to allocate, I have a struct node and I want to allocate an instance of it on a heap. Box, yeah. So this is what I know. Okay, and then okay, so that's just it, and it's going to infer everything else. Let's do it. A box. Do I need to use it, by the way? Well, we'll see, I guess. Box, new, and I do node, and I do node new I. Okay. Okay, and now for self, I need to do self dot. I wonder if I need to use arrows here, or do I just do dot? We'll see. Or do I need to do an asterisk? Okay, so if I'm adding it to the end, what I need to do is so there's one special case here. No, there isn't a special case. Okay, so I need to get the previous one. So let mut prev be equal to list and prev, and I want to grab a reference to that, I guess. And previous next is going to be n now. Now next is going to be end. Now next previous is going to be previous. That's one way. Next is going to be end, which is mode lst end next, and actually just end, and n, and sorry, and lst end previous is going to be equal to n. Okay, and now it's hooked into, and I think it's fine. So now let's add another function, which is just printing. So print just self. It's constant. I don't need a mutable reference to it. Now I create a node pointer. How do I create a node pointer to iterate over stuff? No, I don't have to, right? Because this language is weird. How do I make even a loop? I didn't see a loop, I think. Is there like some while or something? Okay, let's try. While true. It probably doesn't need this. While true. Okay, I hope it likes infinite loops. Now let's do let mutable reference. I wonder if the reference itself is const. This is going to be funny, isn't it? Iterator, so it. We are going to start with self, not mutable. Wait, I want the reference to be mutable. We'll see. Okay, this is going to be bad, isn't it? So self start next is what I am looking for, and while actually the iterator next, okay, this is next, and this is now pointing, okay, and while it dot, I wonder if I will have to like add some asterisks here, and I'm not looking at the chat because you are probably helping me too much. I will look after I implement it, just to see like what's the proper way to do it. So while it dot stardent, that's the name of it, is not equal to true, then I do what? I do println, and I print this, and it's going to be it dot data, was it? Data, yeah. And then I do, I'm guessing I don't have to do like something like this, like, which would be, yeah, like nothing. I return nothing. I think I didn't see that in the code. And I am afraid of this line. This line is likely not going to work, but let's see what's going to happen. I basically, what I need is like kind of let mutable it. This is what I want. I'm not sure that's a thing, or is it like mutable? Is that a thing? I don't know. I'm going to check it. Maybe is, you know what? Maybe I should just grab the code which I've written for that, like transcribed for that. Okay, iterator.next, yeah, cool. Okay, according to my, let's just comment this out. Okay, let's create a list with LST with the scoped lifetime. This is going to go bad because I have no destructor, and I'm really curious how will it figure out that, like, hey, like, you probably don't like should free this box object stuff. Maybe I can add a maybe this is where I add a lifetime, so I like would actually create the list with some lifetime, and the lifetime would be enforced on the box items, because the box items have too long of a lifetime, and maybe I can enforce the lifetime while with using this. Hey, that could work. So let's see if it complains about it, and let me try to do that. So okay, so this is like list new, and that's it, right? There is no parameters. Yeah. Okay, cool. And this is, yeah, this should be mutable, which kind of means I can do push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I can do list print, and yeah, and let's see. And this is not going to go well, but that's fine. So I'm going to do clear at the beginning. Okay, help switch order. Okay. Apparently it's a thing, but the order is incorrect. Which line is this? Sorry, 63. So I had it correctly. Add mut to each binding. Maybe follow but variable. I honestly don't know what you want from me. I'm just going to remove it for now. Okay, note found 0, unexpected identifier. When I'm in new, is it? Which kind of means, wait, because this should be this, right? And the same here. Okay, and did I make the same mistake for list new? Yeah, I did. I think it's like this. Is it like this? No, it's not like this. Wait, so what's the issue then? Oh, maybe it's like 2 ways to do it or something. So, okay. So this is, let's tell it is next. This is pref, this is data. Maybe it couldn't figure it out, and I can just like use whatever order. And because I'm using a boolean here, it could like decay it to an integer or upgrade it to an integer. Okay, let's do the same here. Next, pref data start end. Okay, and yeah. Okay. Expected named lifetime parameter. There we go. Line 72. Okay, perfect. Which kind of means that I need a named lifetime, and everyone names it apparently A. Which kind of means that I do this, right? And which kind of means that the list also will require this. Or will it? Yeah, it will, because node requires it. So let's do, or maybe it can figure it out. Hey, can it figure it out? Let's see. No, text, no, this is for 34, yeah, this is what I expected. So we do A, yeah. Did I do clear? I did clear, why is it so long? Implementation list, oh yeah, because now it needs, because now it's a generic, I'm guessing, or a template or whatever. So now it needs to be actually told this, and I'm guessing I need to propagate it everywhere. So like new is going to need it propagated as well, or is it? Let's see. I'm going to close my eyes. Undeclared lifetime. 38. Consider, wait, what? 38. 38 here. Consider introducing lifetime A here. Missing lifetime. What do you mean undeclared lifetime? It's there. What are you talking about? It's like literally you have it there. What are you complaining about? Or is it like... Okay, I'm guessing this has to be the same. And I'm guessing new is going to get a life thingy as well. And I'm guessing I need to give it here as well. And I'm guessing I need to... No, this will get it from the other stuff. So let's do this. Now let's do node. I'm guessing this needs to get A as well. It should I guess derive it here on its own. A and let's see. Okay. Expected while for loop. Wait, 41. What? 41. Here we go. Sorry, how did I do this? The like news. Public. I need to do a public. Why do I need to do a public, by the way? Otherwise, like, it's an internal method, I'm guessing, like in C++, right? So let's do publics here. Just sprinkle publics all around. What could go possibly wrong? And then I do this, and I return this. Why are you complaining? Okay. 41. New a. Wait, what? What? Okay, where's my ChatGPT? What's wrong with this code? And I'm going to give it this part, I guess. Blah blah blah. Block. Not methods themselves. What? So okay, so I do this. How did we do it here in the decoders? Okay, so I did the struct, but what about impl? Did it in impl? Yeah, okay. So impl iterator for. Okay, so wait. Wait, what? Impl has the. That's funny. I do this. Okay. Is this what you wanted? Okay, it's still complaining about it. Let's continue reading. Oh yeah, apparently this is what it wanted. And then it wants me to not do it in the... And this... Wow, where did it get the node code from? I guess from the... Okay, so it doesn't need this, apparently. That's what I'm guessing. Here is fine. Here it's okay. And here I'm going to remove it as well. And now let's see. No, it still complains. There's a typo where I have somewhere. That's probably a typo. 41. This is this, and I go create a list. I believe I create a list. And it says that here, it actually wants a while, or a for loop, or whatever, after A. And what does this guy say? And this guy says list start. It says I just don't do this. And then it complains about something else. Okay, which is a good thing. So apparently I cannot just randomly sprinkle lifetimes all around. Okay, 72. Line 72, we have this, a mute node. Expected named lifetime parameter node. Okay, so it needs like a. Okay. Oh, here it cannot figure it out. Wait, then I don't need this? Okay, not found in this scope. LST not found in this scope. This is something a little bit better. And this is 55, and 55 is here. And I'm taking, okay, because it's self. And LST here is also self. Okay, then we go 59, 59, self. Okay, true not found in this scope. There is no true? Everything is a lie? Can I just do like this, by the way? Wait, what? Why is people pinging me? Oh, stream quality, got it. Yeah, thank you for pinging me, Foxtrot. Cool, let's continue. False, not found. Okay, is it like just lowercase false or something? Is it just like false? Is it like true? What's the like? Okay, I'm just going to Google it. Rust boolean type. Boolean type or bool type, primitive bool type, true, false, lowercase, okay. Which kind of means that, but yeah, okay, it's not Python, who would have thought? Okay, then we have 54, which is here. And it says this expression has type expected node found mut. Help to declare a mutable, use mut n. Expected struct found mutable. Oh, because it's not a reference. Okay. Okay, unexpected 56. Oh, it's going to complain about every line. Perfect. Oh, no, right, because I need a mutable reference to it. So prev is fine, and then here I need also a mutable reference to it. Cool. IT, this expression has type blah blah blah, types different mutability. Oh, because I need to explicitly write mut here. Yeah. But if it's mutable, then this has to be mutable as well, doesn't it? Okay. No, it doesn't, because can I like, but that's called a const casting, right? In C++, can I just like, I'll like, okay, I have a mutable reference. How do I cast it to a non-mutable one? Yeah, but still, totally how you write these words like mutable and reference. This is totally how you write them. But don't worry, ChatGPT understands me. Oh, you can do this thingy, but this is kind of besides the point. Okay, now let's just do it this way. Okay, expected due to the type of this binding. Expected node found mutable node. Yeah, I knew it would complain. So IT next is going to be a mutable. Okay, how do I consider removing? Yeah, I don't want to remove it. Okay, expected node. Do I What do I do with this? I'm going to cheat. I'm missing basically the info how to... it's attempting to destruct a mutable reference, but this isn't how you typically get a mutable reference in Rust. Okay, multiple borrowing multiple times. Okay, how do I do it? Oh, I don't get a reference. Why don't I do that? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't get it. Or do I just get a copy of what's going on here? There's no none in Rust, I guess. 81, there's no none. Oh, it might. Wait. Next field. Option box note. Okay. Oh, ouch. Okay. I got it. Now I understand what we want. So, yeah. How do I change this? Because I can't point to... I guess because the node is like... I can't just add like without... I can technically just point to other stuff. Oh my. So std option. Can I have option with mutable reference type? I should check that instead of like asking ChatGPT. Oh, I can. Okay. That's maybe not so terrible then. Okay, and then I do the what did I do here? Wait. None. Okay, and then I do none, and this should be fine then. But then I need to add unwraps, right? And I need to here add sums as well. Okay, so what this means is here I need to add sum. Okay, and now knowing this, I could actually go a different way, like simplify this a little bit and just like have references there as well. But okay, I think I'm too deep into this already. Okay, so I create these two nodes and then I do the references with sums. And then when I add a new thing, the pref is going to be, this is going to hurt, isn't it? Pref is some pref, but yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like I have no idea what I'm doing, honestly. And here in that case, wait. Okay, and this what makes it worse is that this is a sum, but I need to unwrap it. Or do I need to unwrap it? No, I don't need to unwrap it. I need to unwrap pref. Because pref is a sum, so I need this unwrapped. But at the same time, I kinda need to... Yeah, this code is annoying, isn't it? So start is fine, because this will exist. Pref, if I do pref dot unwrap, but I'm not sure if I can convince it that it actually, like, can I just do unwrap? Next, okay, and then self and pref. No, this is fine. Previous, okay. But let's go here. Here I get something. And while Okay, this next. This is fine, and then I do run unwrap here. And this gives me a reference to something. And then I do IT start and okay, and then I do next, but I need to unwrap it as well. Okay. Yeah, 55. This isn't this is no longer a reference, which is true. Next, unwrap next. On field type mutable options a mute. I do next. No field next. What am I unwrapping here? So I'm unwrapping previous. A mutable reference to previous. So after unwrapping, there is no... Well, yeah, because this is a... Is this the place where I do like an asterisk? Something like this? No. Why is it like... Wait. Oh, is this the same line? Yeah, it is the same line. Well, I'm getting something wrong with the types. So prev sum, this should unwrap me this, and this is a mutable reference to a node. Previous is a node, and and dot previous is an optional. Yeah, so I need to unwrap it here. Okay, then 57. This isn't going to compile today, is it? Here, previous is dot next. Okay, and previous again, I need to unwrap it and just unwrap. Okay. Okay, then 40. Oh, I do need to say that I wanted mutable. Really? Okay. It's borrowed here. It's assigned here, but it was already borrowed. Yeah, I think this is beyond me a little bit still. So let me take a quick look on the chat. Yeah, QDL says learning Rust challenge 9, finishing linked list. I believe this is going to be something like this, which kind of brings me to the next thing I'm going to do on the next live stream. I'm going to find some implementation of a linked list and I'm going to transcribe it. Because there paradox PL arise, like there are two ways in Rust, unsafe or reference counting, choose wisely. Yeah, I think I can't wrap my head around it at this point due to how it works. So I'm going to kind of call it, I admit defeat today. I'm going to next time try to transcribe an implementation of a linked list and see how the proper implementation looks like. And then I'm going to continue basically. And I'm going to, after a couple of streams, when I get a little bit more comfortable with everything, I'm going to go back to try to implement linked list again on my own. This is pretty interesting and pretty fine, pretty like my mind is currently bent in weird shapes. So yeah. But you are encouraging me on chat. You're saying that, like, D-Line says that linked lists are close to impossible. Insane Rust, please don't. Check out Learn Rust with entirely too many linked lists by Icepopo. Patix writes, not today, not tomorrow, not any day soon. Okay, I'm guessing like such a simple thing as a linked list is problematic in Rust. Cool. Okay, cool. In that case, let's call it a day for today. Thank you for being here with me, folks. And I'm going to continue my misadventures in Rust. Maybe tomorrow or if not tomorrow. Yeah, I think I have to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? But I'm not sure if I'll have time. I'll see. Then on Thursday I have a Polish live stream, and then on Friday I'm likely not going to play because there are not play. I'm not going to live stream because there's going to be KrzaQ finals, which my team is taking part in. So, and I wanted to play a little bit as well. So maybe Friday morning though, because the finals are in the US time zone, and yeah, and we'll be like hacking satellites in the evening. So there, so yeah, maybe that will still work. So thank you folks for being here. I do believe I am confused right now with Rust. That's my current state, but I will basically deconfuse myself later on. I will transcribe that linked list next time. And I did see, like, randomly looking for things to transcribe because I'm not learning off stream, but I'm trying to look for some code to transcribe. I found some like exercises for Rust, and I might go and play with them later on. So thank you folks. And and have a great evening, and the stream will cut off at a random moment because I still don't have the end screen. So yeah, thank you very much, take care, and bye bye.